So if we have another spike, we used to refer to this as a surge, but now we're calling it a spike, I guess. If we have another surge, are we prepared with the proper protective equipment for our staff?
Well, it obviously would depend on the size of the spike, a spike or a surge or a siege. We had always been preparing based, on all the predictions that there was going to come a point where Quia Delta was literally going to be overwhelmed. Just like what the hospitals in New York had experienced, that literally every bed would be full, we'd be bursting at the seams, every ventilator would be in use, and that just hasn't been the experience really in California, which is wonderful. And
Right.
again, I attribute that to our society and most of our society adhering to those important behaviors. So, but we do continue to get more and more PPE. The supply channels have continued to open up. And I've told you that, again, this rapidly evolving virus and how we're responding to it. So just this week, on Monday, we were able to change our PPE protocol to give every single physician and employee, every nurse, LVN, CNA, that works on one of our COVID units. So 2 South, the ICU, the Broderick Pavilion, most of the emergency department, we now give them a brand new N95 mask at the start of every shift. They wear that N95 mask just for that shift, but then every single time they go into a patient room, they put on a brand new surgical mask over that N95 mask. When they walk out of the room, they throw it in the trash. They do the same all day long. So if I'm a nurse on a nursing unit where I have a 4-to-1 ratio, so I'm taking care of 4 patients over my 12-hour shift, if I went in and out every hour, I would literally use 48 surgical masks in that same shift, throwing them all away. That was unimaginable just a few weeks ago,
Right.
because we didn't have that capability. So, so that exists today. We hope that we'll continue to get more and more masks. The governor, who I think is in a little hot water right now, spent $1 billion to acquire 200 million masks from a company based out of China. And he just received a couple million. He just received our first shipment yesterday, 2 or 3 million of those masks. Unfortunately, he paid $5 per mask, which we haven't come close to. Many of those masks we pay 50 cents during a normal season, maybe $1 at most. But I'm not gonna
Right.
judge or criticize the governor. He probably placed that order at a time when things were looking a lot more dire. But the intention is, as those masks come in, the distribution channels are through the local counties and through the public health department. So the state then will send those masks to the county, which then will supply those masks to us. So I know I'm incapable of giving a short answer to any of your questions, but the short answer is all indications that if the spike is manageable, that we will have sufficient PPE.
Okay,